Hey lovely humans, and welcome back for another video. Today's video is a whole first impressions of brand new makeup, and I am very excited about it. Like, I am not extravagant when it comes to makeup whatsoever. I basically have just used drugstore stuff for my whole life, and I was like, Debs, you need to increase your game here. And I'm not saying you obviously you need to buy high-end makeup all the time, because it's just so expensive. But I think investing in some pieces that maybe do just work a little bit better is definitely worthwhile. I've got a really big variety of brands. I've got some NARS, some MAC, some Lancome, some Too Faced, some nude sticks, a really big variety of stuff. So I'm really excited to try these all out with you guys. I will link all of the items that I will be using down in the description box for you guys. But yeah, let's get into starting, I suppose. Get those granny bun vibes. We love to see it. We love to see it. So the first actual thing I'm going to start with is the Refy brow set. I've just seen this everywhere, and I was just like, oh, I'd love to try it. It'd be so cool to try. And so I was just like, you know what, why the flip not? From what I've seen of other people using it, they said maybe try use it before you do your foundation. So I'm going to actually open it first. So I'm literally I've not even opened it. This came on Monday and it's Friday today. I have been so patient. It has been really hard not to want to just open these. Oh my gosh, look at the packaging. It's so simple. It's just so pretty. Oh, it's just nice. All right, so there's it's actually quite a big old wand. I was expecting it to be smaller than that, but it's quite a big wand. And it's like a white kind of pasty color. To be honest, I'm not even sure what order I'm supposed to do these in at all. I have no clue. So I got the color medium brown because I just thought that, oh, phew. Oh, so that's the pomade in there. It's like a little, it's like a twist open. And then up here, oh, we've got the brush for it. Nice. And then the brow pencil. So this is the set that comes with all of them, but you can buy them all individually. I was just umming and ahhing about it because it comes from the UK. I had to pay a slight bit of import duty on it, which was a little bit annoying. But it was one of those ones I was like, right, so then do I just spend a little bit more and buy the whole set, so at least I'm not wasting, but oh, look how pointy that is. It's so precise. At least I'm not wasting, because I had to pay the same amount regardless. Oh, I was like, I knew there was one of these. So on this thingy, this thingy comes off. So it seems like you're supposed to almost start with that and get them all up. Maybe? I don't know. Right, so I've brushed them all up. I'm going to start with the brow gel first, and I will see how it goes. It is a little bit messy. It does very much get onto above the eyebrow. Oh wow, they look fabulous. Oh my gosh, this stuff's amazing. Okay, the hype is kind of there. I understand the hype, and of course the sun's decided to come out. It wasn't out all before, and then now suddenly it has. So I've just done the brows there, and actually they look so nice. They just look really full and but really natural. That's just I haven't put anything on them yet, and they look really great. I'm really happy with that. Definitely worth it. I'm really happy with that. So I've never really used pomade before, so I might just use a pencil just for today, and I might try the pomade when I have a bit more time to mess it up. I'm actually quite happy with that. I would maybe say I might use the pencil first next time, because I think the brows go a little bit too hard, which is a good thing obviously, but it means then it's kind of harder to get the pencil in. And I actually might go back in with this part and just kind of slightly chill it out, because I feel at certain parts it almost looks too hard. It doesn't almost has gone past cool natural vibes. I like them. They look really full and bushy, but they still look really natural, which I really like. And I also realized I quite like them a little bit on the darker side. It's very much a balance, because if I have them too dark, then it looks just a little bit stupid with my blonde hair. But I think because I am kind of dark underneath more, I do think I can sort of match it to say for that part that's underneath. Kind of matches the brow, you know? Okay, so then I got a brand new Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which comes with, don't mind me making noise, which comes with the cover, which I am just so happy. Look at that. How genius is that? It's such a smartest invention, because then it stays all clean and tidy inside there, and you just put it back in and it's just like, oh, amazing. So I'm really delighted with that. I think that's just such a smart idea. So I've also got myself a NYX matte finish setting spray. So apologies about the nails, they just look rough. Just don't hate, okay? I love setting sprays, and I really love using a setting spray on my beauty blender beforehand. So just to like wet it, it's kind of just a good way to almost like use the setting spray beforehand. Like when you're putting in your makeup, you're almost setting it at the same time. I don't know, I think it works really well. That one smells very clean. But yeah, I really like matte finish like setting sprays. I feel like it's a really like nice alternative to powders. I just don't love powders myself. I'm just not the biggest fan of them. So I prefer to use a matte finish spray, so then it kind of like chills out my more oily areas without having to like matte it, if that makes sense. So then I'm trying out the bareMinerals, so I just started opening it, Bare Pro 24-hour performance wear foundation, which I'm very excited about. I got it in the color Sateen, which when I look at, looks maybe a little bit light, like looks really pale, but then actually I am really pale. I think I always think I'm way more tan than I am, and I'm just not. I'm like, Debs, stop lying to yourself. And so I think this is kind of like a medium to full coverage foundation, which wouldn't always be my go-to. I do prefer more of like a lighter coverage for like everyday stuff, but sometimes like getting a really good full coverage foundation is just such a good find. When you find one that's great, it's actually a bit runnier than I expected to be. I expected it to be almost like firmer than that because it's quite a runny consistency. It's like running down already, which means maybe it won't actually be as full coverage as I might think it might be. Okay, colour wise that's actually alright. It's maybe a little bit light. I do have a bit of fake tan on at the moment because I've got into fake tanning because I hate being pale all the time. So yeah, it's maybe for my normal colour it's probably fine actually. Yeah, that's probably actually a good colour for me. It's the right like colour ring wise, if that makes sense. Oh, I actually really like how that's sitting. I am quite liking how that goes on. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier than it is, which I'm really happy about because I do like a more natural foundation. That is actually really lovely. A really nice finish. Not as heavy as I thought, but I would imagine it probably would build quite well. Like I'd imagine I could put a couple layers on and it would be all good. Okay. I'm actually really liking the coverage on that. It's not too heavy. It's like a nice colour for my skin. I'm quite liking that. I'm also going to close the blind because now the sun is just blaring right in. But yeah, I really like that foundation actually. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really nice, natural. It's a really nice coverage. Like I didn't put loads on, but it looks lovely. It is definitely I think on the more matte side, which actually probably suits me okay because I think my skin has changed over the years and it is a little bit more oily than it used to be. So it's definitely gone a bit more matte as it's set in, but my skin texture is still very much coming through, which I like. And yeah, I think I quite like that. Right, I might do a quick spritz of this in between. Oh, I do love a good setting spray. There's something so nice about the feeling of it. And then sometimes after I'll actually like press it in, so it kind of really sets it in. And also I feel like it can sometimes like even out any bits that are looking a bit off or something. Right, so the next up then I actually, oh no, I forgot my concealer. Oh my goodness, Debs. Right, so I'm trying out the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I got it in the shade Chantilly, which is a light one. Like it's like really light. It's basically like white colored. But I feel like with concealer you kind of do want it quite bright. It's like, I'd say like my dark, in fairness in the camera light it doesn't look as bad, but my dark circles are definitely like my hardest thing to cover. Like they're quite strong at times, to be fair, so sometimes I do need a little bit extra help with it. So actually in fairness, taking it out, it looks like a nice color. Yeah, it's light, but actually no, it looks good. Looks good. And then I might do a little bit there, up there. Okay, not loads comes out on the thing, which in some ways is nice because I find sometimes if you have too much on the got a little spot going in there, and too much on the brush, you accidentally put way too much on your skin, whereas actually that one doesn't take too much out of it, so that is nice, to be fair. I'll do my chin area first because I do like to let it set in more on my eyes, because then it like once it's like a little bit drier, it kind of is a bit more like tacky I feel like it's the right word. Maybe it's not the right word, but I think tacky is the right word. It does a fairly good coverage. It makes it definitely a lot brighter under the eyes. I think I probably could do with a bit more maybe coverage for my dark eye circles. That definitely brightens up the eye, kind of lifts it underneath a little bit, which I do quite like. I think in the camera it definitely looks good because the camera is maybe like slightly brighter than it is there. But no, that's quite nice. I quite like that concealer. Often I actually use my eyeshadow palette with like there's like just a really light white kind of color in it, and I will set my under eyes just with that as opposed to with an actual powder, which I think works quite well because it means it's not loads of powder because it's really, really small, but it does work really well to set my under eyes without really setting them because I don't really, again, I just don't like using powders that much. Right, so the next up, I'm going to go for the bronzer that I got, and this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Longwear Matte Bronzer. And oh my gosh, there have been so many people recommending this to me, and also look how fancy that looks. Like, also apparently it smells like chocolate, so I'm really excited to smell it. And it's got a little heart opening. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh my gosh, it does smell like chocolate. Look at that. How lovely does that look? Wow. It says chocolate matte. I don't want to ruin it because I don't want to ruin the chocolate matte thing on it. Right, so I'm going to go with my big Real Techniques. What is it? It's the 203 and it's the Rebel Edge Broad. So I usually use this for bronzer. I'm not sure if it's actually a bronzer brush, but I'm going in hot. Okay. Oh, a fair bit comes off there. Okay. Oh wow. I went a bit strong. Right, let's divide it. Oh wow. I went way too strong. Gosh, I'm not used to that. I usually have to like properly nail in bronzer to get anything out of it with the ones I usually use. Oh gosh. We're looking very strong here. I maybe went a bit strong with the bronzer, so I need to calm down. This side looks fab. Like, look how lovely that looks. Oh, that is a gorgeous color. It's super natural, like super warm. This side's a little bit strong. We might need to go back in with a bit of the beauty blender and like try chill her out. I love putting bronzer on my nose and giving that real like sun kiss kind of look. Like, I love pretending I'm more tan than I am because in my head like I think I'm more tan than I am. Then I often will go in with my Real Techniques. It's the 403 and it's the Rebel Edge Medium. And I'll get a tiny bit, and remember just a little bit Debs because this is stronger than usual stuff. And I'll actually use this as my eyeshadow, so I'll just go with this one and I'll just put a little bit on. So I don't even use an eyeshadow brush, like I just go in with the big boy because it kind of blends it out really nicely. It kind of also like almost is like a really nice contour of like the eye, which I think looks really lovely. And because of the shape of my eyes as well, because I would have quite a hooded eyelid, like not super hooded but kind of hooded, I think it like gives a nice bit of depth to my eyes like that. So that looks good. I'm gonna go a little bit more with the big one and do a little bit on my forehead. I really like that. Really like the color of it. It's a really lovely like sun-kissed color, which is really nice. Now put a little bit down my neck. Next up then I've got the Nude Sticks, and this is actually a magnetic lip blush paint, but I was recommended to get it as a, so look how pretty that packaging is, and it's got like it's all like indented. It's so pretty. I was recommended to get this actually as a liquid blush, so I was like, you know what, why the flip not? So I've gone for the Wakiki Rose color. So this is what it looks like, the little thing. It seems a bit extra, like this huge box for just this tiny thing, but we don't mind. And also the inside of the box actually has a mirror on it too, so but yes, that's also a lip paint, so I can also use it on my lips too. Right, so this comes in like a little thing like this, so we're just gonna put a couple. I'm just gonna go for it. I've never actually used liquid blush before, but I really wanted it, and someone recommended this for using as liquid blush, so I'm really excited to try it. I'm gonna do a couple of dots. We'll start with that and see how that goes, and I might just blend it in with my finger. Maybe I should go with, wow, that's like literally not come out at all. Mood. Right, let's see. We'll try it with the beauty blender rather. Okay, we might need a little bit more than that. Okay, yeah, a bit more colours coming there. Very subtle. I think I quite like maybe a little bit more colour than that. So I would maybe get something a little bit more pigmented. I think that's nice. Maybe I just need more. Maybe I just need to go in a bit harder with it. Okay, there we go. I sometimes do bring my blush like a little bit onto my nose as well, and maybe around here. I don't think there's really any left on here now, but oh, I actually like that. Okay, it just needs a little bit more. And that looks really lovely, really natural, like a real just like, that's a really nice colour actually as well. It's quite a natural, just like bright, airy kind of colour, which is really nice. Oh, I do like that. I like that a lot. Next up then, we have a MAC. This is a MAC cream colour base. I don't think it's technically highlighter, but I was recommended it by someone to be used as highlighter. That's the little box, and that's just how it looks inside. So I think this is again like a cream one, and yeah, it looks creamy. It looks like a lovely, this is the colour Pearl, and it just looks lovely. It actually came in a couple of colours as well, but this looks so beautiful. So I'm just gonna apply this with my finger and see how it looks. Okay, so if you're looking for like a really natural highlighter, like something that's just like really natural, like isn't like glowing in the sunshine kind of thing, like the like your face is basically an ice rink kind of vibes, then this one's lovely. It's really natural, like it's not like a really like kind of highlighter. Because this foundation is a little bit more matte, it's actually nice to use slightly more like liquid products on my face, because I feel like it feels like it makes it slightly more glowy and just feeling a little bit more like natural looking and more skin like, which I quite like. So yeah, that was quite nice. It's not very strong, I'd say. It's not like a really pigmented highlighter, and maybe that's because it's not really a highlighter. Well, I don't think it is. It's not called a highlighter, it's just called like a cream color base. So like I'm not sure, like obviously you could probably use it on your eyelids, all those kind of things. In fairness, that would actually be really nice. A little bit there. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. It's really pretty. Yeah, I'm not sure about on the cheeks. Like I do not like it. You know what, this is what I've decided. I think it'd be perfect for one of those days where you're not really doing a makeup day, but you want like a little bit of like just like a little bit of like dazzle on the things. So you're having like a really natural like very little makeup on, but like to kind of give yourself a little bit of a glow. I think I'd use it for that, which in fairness is often the kind of makeup I like to do, so actually will be very useful, because like you're obviously not going to put on like a full-on like bright highlighter straight onto like your natural skin. So actually I think this will work perfectly for something like that. Right, so I actually might quickly use a little bit of this nude stick as well on my eyelids, and just do like a little bit of a kind of a bit of a pinky eye. Pink eye is not a good, it's not a good thing, Debs. Just a really natural little bit of, just a bit of pink on the eye, just to look. Ah yeah, that looks pretty. Just like a little bit of eyeshadow kind of look without it really being much. I usually actually do a little bit underneath my eye, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to leave it because I think that looks really nice. I think it looks really natural, really pretty. Right, so then I'm going to do mascara. So the mascara I got was the Lancome Idol Lash Lifting Volumizer Mascara. This was like recommended to me by so many people, and apparently it's absolutely amazing. It's a very like natural, more like long spidery lashes as opposed to like a full volume look, which is very much like my preference. Like I very much love more of like a natural kind of long look as opposed to like a chunky look. Like I don't really want a fake lash look. I want like spidery long lashes that just look like wow, you know. And so that, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Okay, lashes are curled. So that's the packaging on it. It's super lovely, really nice. So that's the Lancome Idol, and then the brush comes out. So it's more of like, yeah, these are the kind of brushes I love. So it's more of like a plastic brush as opposed to like a brushy brush, if that makes sense. You're not gonna be able to see it because it's so, but like I'll try and maybe do a little zoom in on it. So it's like kind of more plasticky looking as opposed to brushy, which I really like, and I think it gives it that more long, like all the, like if I go for a mascara, I look for a brush like this because I know it'll give that look. So even if you're not going for this one, I'd say if you're looking for a mascara that goes for more like a long spider look for the more plasticky brushes, if that makes sense. Okay, there it is. That is actually lovely. Just catches every single eyelash and just extends it and makes it look really long and spidery. I love it. The only time I like spiders. I'm going to do a little bit on the bottom lashes as well. Okay. Oh yeah. That looks fantastic. Really happy with that mascara. It's exactly like the perfect style mascara in my opinion. Absolutely love it. Right, so then last thing, we're on to the lips. I got the Urban Decay 24-Hour Glide On Lip Pencil in the color 1993, which is like a gorgeous brown color. And I just thought it'd go lovely with my, like my fave lipstick that I have is actually a Charlotte Tilbury one that Darren got from her for my birthday one year, and I knew that it would go really lovely with that anyway. And it's the one I mainly wear. I don't really wear anything else. I've only more recently got into lipstick. My lips are quite naturally dry, so I find like lipstick just, a lot of the time I just didn't like how lipstick made my lips look, so I just would almost not wear it rather. So I only more recently got into lipstick, so I thought that would go lovely with that. But then I decided to also get the bareMinerals Mineralist Hydro Smoothing Lipstick in the color Balance, which is like a super nude, which I'm really excited to try as well. So I don't really have a nude. Lovely, again, such simple packaging, so pretty, lovely. Like it's like a pinky brown color. I feel like I'll just go really nicely with anything and also line it really well. And that is the bareMinerals color, so like I feel like they'll just go really nicely together. Right, so I'm going to start with the lip pencil. So I don't really lip pencil, but when I do, I feel like I do, well, when I lipstick, I try to slightly overline my lips because I do have quite thin lips, and I do like them to look slightly like fuller. But I tend to start always like at this part, like I stay very much like on the natural line, and more when I come to like the middle part that I overline it so it looks a bit more natural, because if you overline like here, it just looks stupid. Oh, that goes on like so nicely. I love that. Right, so I'm gonna slightly overline like at this kind of arch area, like the slightest bit. So it looks a bit crazy right now, but so that's right. So that's a lip liner. Looks a bit scary right now, to be fair. Then I'm gonna go in with the Balance bareMinerals and try it out. I do like this lip liner. It like slides on. It does say glide on, so they're right about that. It does glide, like it slides on really nicely, and just like, yeah, it just feels good when it goes on. So let's see how this is. I do find lipstick is always just like my issue area. Oh, that does feel really nice though. Okay, so it's quite, obviously with the brown lips, it's quite like a lipstick look, which is not very me. So I feel like it always makes me a bit scared doing like a real lipsticky look. Let me just blend this more. That lipstick feels really nice on. It's got like a really lovely, like kind of glowy, not glowy, like hydrated feel to it, I'm gonna say. Feels really moist and nice on the lips, but also doesn't look like super like glossy or anything. Okay, right, so it's definitely the most lippy look. I'm not a big lipstick person, so I think sometimes when I wear lipstick it kind of freaks me out a little bit, because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's lipstick, what do I do with lipstick? Yeah, no, I actually really like that. I think it's a very different, it's very like brown, natural kind of like look, and I could obviously definitely wear that one separately, and I could also 100% will be able to use that liner with my other lipsticks that I have. Will go perfectly. But yeah, it's a very brown look, which I do think I really like. I think there's something really like fun about it. It has like a 90s feel maybe too or something. But guys, yeah, that is like the finished look. I'll do a few like close-ups for you so you can see how it looks. But yeah, I'm really actually happy with so many of those items. Like I feel like they all just like worked really nicely together. I really love the bronzer. I feel like overall I just feel like my skin is looking like glowing, but not shiny anywhere, because I do find sometimes I get a bit of shine like on my forehead, around my nose, and sometimes my chin area. So actually it's looking really lovely and glowy without looking shiny, which I'm absolutely loving. And I'm just so happy with so many of those products, and will 100% be using them more. Obviously we'll start like messing around with them more, seeing what I can do with them. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope maybe this inspired you. If you were someone who wasn't sure about certain things and you were kind of trying to work out what like what things to try, because it's so hard because there's so much out there. It's like, how on earth do I know what to try? So I would say I recommend all of these items, and also all these items came to me from recommendations from other people, so they're double recommended. So if you were looking for anything out of these kind of things, go and check them out, because they are really, really great, and I really, really like them all. Obviously I'll see how this wears over the day too, and see what I think later on, but I do think it's got a feel that it will wear nicely, and I actually like the wear in process of makeup. Like, I like that it kind of becomes more chilled out over time. Like, I sometimes even prefer my makeup in the evening to in the morning. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely amazing Saturday, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.